Today, we're diving into an incredibly important topic that can save families from a world of financial and legal headaches: probate. Particularly, we're answering the big question: why probate a will, and what happens if you don't? If you or someone you know is dealing with a loved one's estate, this video is a must-watch. If you find this information helpful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more insights on estate planning, probate, and protecting your family's legacy. Now let's get into it. So first thing, what exactly is probate? Probate is the legal process that happens after someone passes away. It ensures their assets are distributed according to their will, or if they don't have a will, according to state law. This process typically involves filling out paperwork with the court, appointing an administrator or executor, taking inventory of assets, notifying creditors, and paying outstanding bills, taxes, mortgages, and distributing what's left to the beneficiaries. Probate gives legal authority to the executor to settle debts, distribute assets, and handle any financial matters tied to the estate. So why is probate necessary? Well, here are three key reasons. 1, ensures the legality and protects beneficiaries. Probate legally confirms the validity of the will and ensures that assets go to the correct heirs. Without this step, there's no official proof of the document is legally binding. 2, resolves debts and taxes. The probate process ensures outstanding debts, taxes, and liabilities of the deceased are paid before assets are distributed. This prevents creditors from chasing beneficiaries down the road. 3, prevents fraud and disputes. Without probate, disputes can arise over who gets what, leading to costly legal battles between family members. Probate provides an official record of asset distribution, reducing the risk of manipulation or fraud. Now let's talk about what happens when someone doesn't probate a will, because this is where things can go terribly wrong. Let's talk about the Jackson family. This is a true story, and while names have been changed for privacy, the situation is all too real. So Mr. Jackson passed away, leaving behind some savings and a will stating that everything should go to his 2 children, Emily and Michael. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, here's the problem. Emily and Michael thought that because their dad had a will, they didn't need to file probate. They assumed they could just start using his bank accounts and eventually sell the house. They also believed that since they were the only heirs, there wouldn't be any issues. But that's where it all went wrong. The bank froze his accounts. When Emily went to withdraw money to cover funeral costs, the bank told her she had no legal authority to access the funds. Without probate, the bank wouldn't release a dime. Without a court-authorized executor, financial institutions won't allow access to the deceased accounts. Property stuck in limbo. They couldn't sell their father's home because legally it still belonged to their dad. Without a probate court ordering transferring ownership, they couldn't do anything with the house. This meant they were still responsible for maintenance, property taxes, and mortgage payments, debt collectors, and late fees. While they waited, property taxes piled up. The house also had an outstanding mortgage. Without access to their father's assets, they couldn't make payments. After a year of delays, they were at risk of foreclosure. This is a major issue that families often overlook. Without a proper legal process, unpaid bills accumulate quickly. Family disputes. At first, Emily and Michael agreed on everything, but as financial pressures mounted, disagreements started. Emily wanted to sell the house. Michael wanted to rent it out. Since neither legally owned the house, their hands were tied, and the tensions exploded. Probate would have provided clarity and structure to prevent this from escalating. Eventually, they had to go through probate anyway, but by then they had lost thousands of unpaid taxes, legal fees, and missed mortgage payments. It took them over 2 years before they could access their inheritance, and by that time, the relationship was permanently damaged. Emily and Michael's situation is more common than you think. If a will isn't probated, here's what can happen. 1. Heirs can't access the estate. Assets remain frozen, causing unnecessary financial hardship. 2. Probate ownership becomes unclear. Real estate cannot be sold or transferred, leading to long-term complications. Without probate, even updating property records with the county is impossible. Number 3, legal and financial penalties. Unpaid debts, property taxes, and mortgage payments can accumulate, and in some cases, the state could even seize assets due to lack of legal ownership. Number 4, increased risk of fraud. Without official court oversight, distant relatives or even scammers can try to claim the estate, leading to legal disputes. The state that remains in limbo are a prime target for fraudsters. So how can you avoid this headache? Here are some proactive steps. File probate as soon as possible. The sooner you start, the fewer financial penalties and complications you'll face. Consider a living trust. Unlike a will, assets in a trust bypass probate entirely, making the process much smoother. Work with a probate attorney. Every state has different rules, so getting expert guidance can save you time and money. Attorneys can ensure everything is filed correctly and on time. Stay organized. Keep all important documents, wills, deeds, financial records easily accessible so your loved ones aren't scrambling when the time comes. At the end of the day, probate might seem like an inconvenience, but skipping it can lead to serious financial and legal consequences. If you or someone you know is dealing with probate, don't wait. Take action now to avoid unnecessary delays and stress. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights on estate planning and probate. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to help. Until next time, take care and plan smart.